In an era of constant noise, both external and internal, the most radical act of self-empowerment is to turn inward and cultivate a profound silence. We are drowning in opinions, notifications, and the endless pressure to perform, to share, and to react. This drains our energy, scatters our focus, and leaves us building a life designed by others' expectations rather than our own principles. Stoicism offers a timeless antidote, a philosophy of intense, disciplined self-focus. This is not about selfishness, but about self-possession. It is about recognizing that the only project you have full authority over is yourself. Your judgments, your actions, your desires, and your aversions are your domain. Everything else is a distraction. To focus on yourself and stay silent is a strategic and virtuous practice. The silence is not emptiness. It is the fertile ground from which a resilient and purposeful life grows. Here are 5 Stoic rules to master this art. Rule 1. Your inner citadel is your only true fortress. Guard the gates, the Stoic teaching. The core Stoic metaphor is that of the inner citadel, a fortress of the mind that is impervious to external chaos. As Marcus Aurelius reminded himself, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. The gates of this citadel are your faculty of judgment, your assent to impressions. The modern distraction. We leave the gates of our mind wide open. Every news alert, every critical comment, every social media post is welcomed inside without inspection. We allow these external impressions to dictate our inner state, our anxiety, our anger, our self-worth. We focus on trying to control the world outside the walls, a futile endeavor that leaves us exhausted and defeated. The Stoic focus and silence practice. Your mission is to become the vigilant gatekeeper of your own mind. Before any external event or internal impression is allowed to influence you, you must stop it at the gate and ask the 3 Stoic questions of judgment. Is this within my control? If not, it is an external, and your opinion of it is the only thing that matters. Is my initial impression of this event true or just a knee-jerk reaction? Will assenting to this impression, e.g., this is a catastrophe, help me act with virtue? By practicing this, you focus on the only thing that is truly yours, your judgment. The silence comes from not feeling the need to comment on, complain about, or react to every external event. You conserve immense energy by no longer fighting battles in territories you do not control. You are silent to the outside world because you are busy fortifying your inner world. How to implement this daily. The Mental Gatekeeper Journal. Each evening, write down one impression that disturbed you that day, e.g., my boss was short with me. Then, journal your answers to the 3 questions above. This trains your mind to perform this inspection automatically. Rule 2. Let your actions be your language. The Stoic teaching. The Stoics despised empty words and performative talk. For them, philosophy was not a clever lecture, but a way of life. Epictetus was brutal on this point. If you didn't learn these things in order to demonstrate them in practice, what did you learn them for? And Marcus Aurelius commanded himself, waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. The modern distraction. We fall into the trap of explaining our virtues instead of embodying them. We talk about the business we want to start instead of building it. We tell people we are honest rather than simply acting honestly. We argue about politics online instead of engaging in our local community. This creates a gap between our self-narrative and our reality, leading to cognitive dissonance and a loss of integrity. The Stoic focus and silence practice. Focus on making your actions so eloquent that your words become almost superfluous. Channel the energy you would use talking about your plans, defending your character, or criticizing others into the silent, consistent work of building. Instead of telling everyone you're disciplined, wake up early and do the work. Instead of complaining about a problem, focus on the one small part of it you can actually fix. Instead of arguing about justice, perform a small, anonymous act of kindness. This rule enforces a powerful silence. You stop needing to convince others of your value because your results and your character will do the convincing for you. You are too busy building your life to stop and give a commentary on it. How to implement this daily. The done list. Replace a verbose to-do list with a simple done list. At the end of the day, list 3 to 5 concrete actions you took that align with your virtues and goals. This shifts your focus from intention to execution. Rule 3. Seek no external validation. The opinion of the many is noise. The Stoic teaching. A life spent chasing the approval of others is a life of self-betrayal. Seneca warned, "A man who fears others' opinions will never be free." Marcus Aurelius constantly meditated on the fickleness of public praise, noting how quickly it fades and how foolish it is to base your self-worth on something so unreliable. The modern distraction. Our entire digital economy is built on the currency of external validation, likes, shares, followers, and comments. We post a photo and wait for the approval to roll in. We make life decisions based on what will look good on Instagram, not what is good for our soul. This makes us reactive, insecure, and perpetually off-center. The Stoic focus and silence practice. Focus relentlessly on your own internal scorecard. Your measure of success must be, did I act with wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance today? The applause or boos from the crowd are irrelevant. They are externals and have no moral value. The silence here is twofold. Internal silence. You quiet the inner voice that asks, what will people think? External silence. You stop fishing for compliments, downplaying your achievements for false modesty, or offering unsolicited explanations for your life choices. When you are confident in your own internal metric, you have no need to seek or refute the opinions of others. You become a closed system of self-assessment, impervious to the praise and blame that sway the masses. How to implement this daily? The way. Virtue. Check in 3 times during the day, mid-morning, afternoon, evening. Set a timer and ask yourself, in my last actions, was I seeking an internal or external reward? This momentary pause recenters you on your true purpose. Rule 4. Practice strategic silence. Listen to understand, not to reply. The Stoic teaching. The Stoics valued purposeful speech and saw idle talk as a leakage of vital energy. Seneca wrote, "Be silent for the most part, or, if you speak, say only what is necessary and in a few words." The discipline of silence, often called taciturnus, was a key practice for conserving energy and cultivating wisdom. The modern distraction. In conversations, we are often not listening. We are simply waiting for our turn to talk. We interrupt. We rehearse our response and we steer the dialogue back to ourselves. This prevents true connection and learning. Furthermore, we feel compelled to fill every silence with noise, robbing ourselves of the clarity that comes from quiet contemplation. The Stoic focus and silence practice. Use silence as a tool. In conversations, your goal is to listen deeply and understand the other person's perspective. This is an act of respect and a source of immense knowledge. You focus on them, not on crafting your own witty retort. This practice allows you to conserve energy. You are not constantly performing or defending. Gain intelligence. You learn more about people and situations when your mouth is closed. Speak with power. When you do break your silence, your words will be carefully considered and carry far more weight. Your silence becomes a mantle of strength. It signals confidence and self-containment. You are not silent because you have nothing. To say, but because you are choosing when and if it is necessary to speak. How to implement this daily. The one breath. Rule. When someone finishes speaking, consciously take one full breath before you respond. This creates a space of silence that breaks the cycle of reactive talking and allows a considered response to emerge. Rule 5. Your past and future are not your home. Dwell in the present task. The Stoic teaching. The only moment you truly possess is the present. The past is gone and the future is uncertain. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Give yourself a gift the present moment." And Epictetus taught that our chief task is to identify our role in the present and play it well. Suffering arises when we drag the regrets of the past or the anxieties of the future into our now. The modern distraction. We are rarely where we are. We ruminate on past mistakes during our workday, and we anxiously scroll. How to implement this daily, the single task. Sanctity. Choose one routine task each day, e.g., making your coffee, your morning commute, a 25-minute work block, and make a vow to be fully present for it. When your mind wanders to the past or future, gently but firmly guide it back to the sensations and requirements of the task at hand. This is the heart of building your life now. Conclusion. The power of the self-contained. Life focusing on yourself and staying silent is not a retreat from the world. It is a strategic advance into the only territory you can ever truly command. Your own mind, character, and actions. By guarding your inner citadel, letting your actions speak, abandoning the need for validation, practicing strategic silence and dwelling in the present moment, you stop leaking precious life force. You consolidate your power. You become a builder, not a commentator, an architect, not a critic. The silence you cultivate is the sound of your energy being redirected inward to the continuous, quiet work of building a life of virtue, purpose, and unshakable resilience. Stop talking about the life you want. Stop reacting to the life you have. Close your mouth, focus your mind, and start building it. Now.